What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome to my very first Wynonna Earp Season 3 trailer breakdown video. So today I'm going to be breaking down not only the Season 3 official trailer, I'm going to be breaking down the space teaser trailer that was recently released just a couple days ago. So if you guys have not seen either or both of them, I do recommend watching them first, getting an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. I will have them linked in the description if you guys want to go check them out. But I have literally gone through them frame by frame to sort of put together a timeline, put together some potential theories, and I'm gonna share them with you today. Now, of course, this is just my breakdown of the trailer. Everything could be wrong, but potentially some things could be correct about it. So if you guys don't want any potential spoilers going into season 3, I might recommend steering clear of this video because I am going to be talking about potential things that are going to be happening in season 3. So just a warning. So with that being said, let's get into this. So straight off the bat, I'm going to say everything that we see in the trailer and the teaser are coming from the first 5 episodes. So we're going to see most, if not all, of what we've seen in the trailer fairly early on in the season. So let's get into a timeline. I sort of went through and I took screenshots of all the scenes that happened in the teaser and the trailer, and I tried to piece together a timeline of potentially the first 5 episodes. So very early on, I actually put this as episode number 1, is the Wynonna and Nicole episode. So I was ecstatic to see that there was heaps of Wynonna and Nicole together in the trailer and teaser. They seem to have a lot of scenes together, but when I was looking at it seemed that they are all coming from the same episode. So let's go through this timeline and piece together why I think it's the same episode. There's this shot of Wynonna on like a bull riding thing, a bit wasted, right? Just having a good time. In the teaser, we can actually see that is taking place in Pussy Willows. We can also see in the trailer that Nicole is standing in Pussy Willows in a crime scene, potentially. I mean, of course, it's a crime scene. There's dead bodies everywhere, and she's in her uniform, so she's sussing out a crime scene that is at Pussy Willows. My theory for this episode is Wynonna has a drunken night at Pussy Willows, potentially, like, doesn't remember the night, and there ends up being a massacre of sorts happen. Nicole obviously goes to Wynonna Earp, trying to figure out what happens, how, or if she was involved. Maybe Wynonna, being her snarky self, annoys Nicole potentially, and Nicole chucks some handcuffs on her. We see quite a few shots with Nicole and Wynonna handcuffed together. Nicole is in her uniform and they're going on an adventure. I'm not sure why Nicole would have handcuffed herself to Wynonna. I don't know why she didn't just handcuff Wynonna. Potentially she did go to handcuff Wynonna, but Wynonna handcuffed Nicole as well. But potentially they go out to try and actually figure out what happened at Pussy Willows. I assume Wynonna doesn't actually know, but she wants to find out and clear her name potentially. And obviously Nicole needs to figure out this case. So I am super excited for this episode because, I mean, I love Nicole and Wynonna together. They are just a great duo. They entertain me thoroughly. And this episode does look very entertaining. Lots of fighting, handcuff fighting, which should be interesting to watch. But yeah. So I put that as episode 1. Episode 2 might shock some of you. It shocked me that I placed this episode so early on in the season, because it seems like there's a lot happening, and it did seem like a big focus of the trailer and the teaser. But I have reasons why it's so early in the season. I'm placing episode 2 as the episode where Waverly gets captured. You see that scene where she's being dragged through the snow with a blood trail behind her screaming. I'm placing this as episode 2. We actually get a lot of footage from this episode in both the trailer and the teaser. So this episode centers around a party of some sorts, a formal party, because we see Waverly multiple times in a nice formal dress. We see Wynonna in a dress. Potentially we see Nicole in a suit and tie. Yes, the infamous tie that everyone's been dying over from the teaser. I'm placing that as episode 2. So there is a formal event happening of some kind, and I have a theory about what that is. This event is potentially a celebration, a promotion, a congratulations to Nicole for being promoted to sheriff. When I first saw Nicole in her sort of formal shirt and tie, my first reaction was it was in regards to work, because I don't know, maybe it was the blue, made me think of cops. And that was my first thought. We did get a lot of sort of hinting in season 2 that Nicole will potentially become the sheriff. We do see Nedley in the trailers and stuff like that, but I think this is potentially him stepping down. I don't think he's going to be gone forever. Potentially we see him throughout the season still, but maybe not as the sheriff. We could also potentially just be saying goodbye to him. So I think this is a formal occasion for Nicole's promotion. Then, of course, shit hits the fan. Demons, just bad people interrupt this party, which #rude. And somehow Waverly gets kidnapped. We see Mama Earp next to Wynonna as she's dressed formally. We know she's dressed formally from her hairstyle, and her earrings match her hairstyle and earrings in other scenes that we see her in her formal sort of outfit. So potentially Wynonna enlists the help of Mama Earp to find and save Waverly. I also want to highlight just quickly, I could be completely off base, but when I was going through like frames of this sort of party scene, the purple scene in the teaser, I came across this frame. Does anyone else feel like this could potentially be Emily? Like just like a guest appearance of Emily potentially just dying? Am I completely missing the mark, or does that kind of look like her? I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. Yeah. So yeah, a lot happens in this episode, which I'm saying is episode 2. Waverly gets kidnapped. Nicole is potentially getting a promotion. Wynonna somehow finds herself in a coffin, which Dolls gets her out of. Yeah, lots happening in this one episode. So whether it is episode 2 or episode 5 or whatever episode, I'm very excited for this episode in particular. Next episode is an episode I'm really excited for. So episode 3 is the episode where we see, it's gonna be, I got completely distracted by her, but Nicole in her blue top, and you see sort of her like midriff. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that was like literally the only thing I saw from that scene in the trailers and stuff like that. For a while, until I did go frame by frame. So potentially we get to see Wynonna join the Purgatory Police Department. Honestly, I was kind of shocked when I saw this because I hadn't seen anyone talk about this. But Wynonna seems to be wearing that black top that Nicole wore in season 2 as her police outfit. Like skin tight, long sleeve black top that we all loved on Nicole in season 2. This looks like it's on Wynonna in this scene, correct? Of course, it could just be another black top, like a casual black top that she's wearing, but it did give me hella feels from Nicole's uniform in season 2. So as we know, the Black Badge division did get sort of like disbanded, or like they just disappeared in season 2. So it would make sense that she joined the police department, so she sort of, I guess, has a reason to be like running around chasing people. So I am really excited for that. If that is potentially what is happening, means, I guess, more Nicole Wynonna scenes. We get to see Mel in that black top, which I'm a fan for. And it also looks like, from what I've seen, Nicole isn't wearing that black top in season 3. She's still wearing her jacket that she wore in season 2. But from everything that I've seen, she's been wearing like sort of that blue button-down top underneath. So that does sort of play into my theory that she does become sheriff, and maybe Wynonna is taking her place in the police department. But yeah, moving on from that, we get into episode 4 and 5. Episode 4 looks like a bloody creepy one. So it looks like some shit happens in the barn in episode 4. We get to see like this new villain. I don't know who he is. Is he like Bolshaw? I'm not sure, or if he's like another villain. I don't know who he is, but he's here. And I think something happens in the barn that triggers him appearing or something. He blows some smoke into someone's face. I feel like that potentially makes people paranoid, or makes them hallucinate or something, because we see some very odd scenes happening in the barn. We see Wynonna and Doc fighting each other, though this could potentially just be like a training scene, right? But it looks aggressive. We see a scene where Waverly sees like this god-awful like demon or some shit in the barn. She's screaming her head off. But also to note, that scene where Waverly sees that demon and she's screaming is also the same outfit she's wearing when Wynonna walks in on Waverly, Nicole, and Doc, and they're eating cupcakes. So it's all very like weird things that are happening, which is why I think they're sort of hallucinating or being paranoid or something. Yeah. We see Mama Earp in the barn as well. She's looking a bit crazy, right? I don't know much about where or how Mama Earp comes into these episodes. I don't know if Waverly knows she's there. There's a lot of questions surrounding Mama Earp, but she's there. We also get this really interesting scene where Nicole and Waverly are in the barn and there is someone in there with them. We see this scene with this guy, potentially guy, could be a girl, I don't know, I'm just assuming it's a guy, goes flying away from Waverly and then switches to a shot of Nicole looking like really, really shocked. I'm so intrigued by this scene in particular. Of course, if we wanted to make things like not like mystical or whatever, Waverly could have, I guess, like, let's say like a stun gun or something that like throws this guy away from her. But this is Wynonna Earp we're talking about, and it's always mysterious and like, what the fuck? As we know, if you guys have watched my season 2 recaps of Wynonna Earp, I'll have a link to one in particular, though her potential dad theory doesn't look like it's panning out at all. But I did mention, I guess, quite a few times the possibility of Waverly being an angel, or at least part angel. There have just been so many hints throughout like season 1 and season 2, like people referring to her as an angel, and it's just like it's either just, you know, like a nickname, or, you know, Emily being like, I'm telling you exactly what she is, but you guys aren't believing me. So potentially Waverly is an angel and she has powers. She could be realizing these powers in this episode. Nicole looks shocked that this guy has gone flying away from Waverly. So it looks like Nicole didn't know of this beforehand. And from what we've heard from interviews and such, Waverly and Nicole seem to be in a really good place in season 3. If Waverly had figured out she has powers, she would probably have told Nicole. So they are both probably finding out for the first time here that she has powers, and that could lead them onto a journey throughout the season of them figuring out why she has powers. Again, going into her family storyline, who her parents are. Is Mama Earp her mum? Does she have a different dad to Wynonna? There are a whole bunch of questions around Waverly. So this is an interesting scene in the trailer, and I'm excited to see what the reality of this scene is when we get to that episode. But yeah, that moves us on to episode 5, where this new evil guy is sort of venturing out into the world. Looks like the gang is trying to track him down potentially. I don't have much of a sort of storyline theory for this episode other than they're tracking him down because he's gonna cause havoc in the town of Purgatory. But yeah, it kind of made sense in my mind that episode 4, this guy is released somehow in the barn, and episode 5, he is wandering around outside of their barn, their whatever, because he's been released into the world. That's the kind of timeline that I've got going in my head. Of course, everything could be completely wrong. I would like to know your sort of timeline theory, potentially. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know which episodes they belong to. Of course, we have like these kissing scenes that we see in the trailer, which, oh my god, I'm excited, way hot. But I also wanted to highlight, I was really confused by who Wynonna was kissing in these sort of like, that kissing sort of like scene montage thing. And it looks like she's kissing this fire department dude. Is he like the head of the fire department, or is he just like a fireman? I don't know, but it seems like by the patch on his shoulder that he's a part of the fire department. We've seen them being introduced into the storyline before, so it's not like a complete stretch. But he's got kind of like the haircut that the guy that Wynonna was kissing had. We also see him in shorties in that fight scene where I highlighted the uniform Wynonna was wearing when I said she could potentially be joining the police department. He is in that fight scene with them. So we see him a couple times. I don't know what kind of role he's going to be playing. I don't trust him, to be honest. Anyone new, I don't really trust until I have a reason to trust them. But yeah, I didn't really know where to put these kisses, where he comes into play. Yeah, so I left them out of the timeline. We also get our first look at Zoe Palmer's character. She looks cray cray. I am so excited to see her and Anna. I'm so excited. I just can't wait to see what their characters are like, how they interact with each other, and how they interact with, like, the gang, right? So, lots and lots going on in that trailer and teaser. I tried to put it together as cohesive as possible. Obviously, there are little bits and pieces that were in the trailer that I didn't mention. I didn't know where to put them, so I kind of left them out of this video. If you have any thoughts, theories on something that I potentially didn't talk about that was in the trailer or teaser, or if you have any thoughts on my theories and storylines, let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, if you like this video, hit that like button, that'd be amazing. Hit that subscribe button if you're new and you would like to keep up to date on all sorts of Wynonna Earp videos. I am going to be doing plenty of videos going forward, and especially when they do start airing, I do weekly review videos and recap videos. Also do live reactions. So a whole bunch happening. I'm getting excited for Wynonna Earp so much. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Okay, bye.